This illustration deals with sizing the conductors to a capacitor is shown in this illustration. You have the controller, and then you have the conductors from the controller supplying the capacitor there. The capacitor is a three-phase 208 volt 25 kVA capacitor. Now this figure 18-56 basically shows that there are two calculations to be performed. One of them should be selected to size the conductor, the circuit conductors to the capacitor. And then, of course, the greater of 1/3 or 135% calculation should be used is basically what we're concerned with here. And, of course, the overcurrent device for the capacitor is in 460.8b exception dealing with the controller. The controller, is looked up and sized and used in accordance with 430.81 and 430.83. And then the call out for the disconnect, which we've looked at, is in 431.02. That's the location of the disconnect in its relationship to the controller and motor. You have 430.110a that says that disconnect must break the load value concerning capacitor and motor. And then notice 431.09a1 says that the disconnect has to be equivalent to the horsepower of the motor. So you have a load break rule of amps, full load, and then you have the horsepower rating of the disconnect. Now, the note calls out that for disconnecting means between capacitor and controller, see 460.8C as in car 1, the exception, and then also review, if you want further information, figure 9-10, which would be in volume 1 of Stallcup's electrical design book. Now, this information will be enough for us to go and calculate with the next illustration the basic size of these conductors that we need to supply the capacitor from the controller.